I guess I'll be talking for a bit. Um, but you know, it's okay to like your job. I mean, even if it's a shitty one. I mean, Walmart. My job at Walmart is probably the best job I ever had out of all the other jobs I've had. I mean, it probably throws people for a loop whenever I say that. I mean, I'm pretty sure you're probably the same way as well. You know, pays the bills, or let me rephrase it, or at least pays most of the bills. You know, good environment and whatnot. I think a lot of people have in their heads that you're supposed to be the traditional lifestyle of you know, graduating high school, you know, and then you got to go to college, and then after college you get a great job that pays like 50 grand a year, and that's not going to be the case for everybody. I mean, I wanted yeah, that's, I mean, originally, starting around, I think probably my junior or senior year in high school, my original career path was to get into like computer programming or getting some kind of like a computer job. I was going to be going to, it was either college or Votech, I can't remember, but yeah, I was going to do something computer related. Once I but all the at the time, this is like back in the late 80s, all the classes are filled up. So they stuck me in a marketing class instead. I had to actually go out and get a job as part of the class, and they got me a job bagging groceries at a grocery store. I mean, it's actually one of the worst jobs I've ever had, bagging groceries. Fuck that. But at the time, I actually kind of liked it, because a quick paycheck. Yeah, I think back then it was called DECA. It's an acronym for something. But I mean, you got a quick paycheck out of it though. At that starting at that time, I believe that it's better to just take the quick, the quick cheap paycheck than to gamble with going to college, going through like four some odd years of that, and then turning around and not being able to find a job. Back then I've heard people complain about that as well. They go to college for some odd years and they graduate and they can't find a fucking job. I was hearing that a lot back then too. And I'm pretty sure it's the same way these days as well. In fact, I have, throughout my years work, especially working at Walmart, I've come across a few cases in point over the years. In fact, one of them I'm working with now. She sometimes works with me, but usually she works in an apartment adjacent to mine, usually in the dairy department. But yeah, she was a college graduate. I don't remember what degree she got, but yeah, graduated out of college and now she's working for Walmart. Roughly 10 to 15 years ago, same thing. She used to work as an accountant. How did that go? Yeah, I think she was she used to be an accountant. She was a college graduate. She graduated with a degree in accounting. And I gotta turn this down. Plus, I might come back to this. Yeah, I'm talking right now. I don't want to be playing no like metal music or anything like that. I'll just throw that on. It's pretty quiet. But yeah, she was an accountant, a degree in accounting. If I understood her story correctly, she got laid off because I have a hard time believing it, or I guess it's true, but I guess they want attractive people. They want attractive people as accountants. Why, I don't know, but looking at her though, with all due respect, I mean, she's butt-ass ugly. Not to mention she's pretty much a chain smoker as well. So I'm sure that probably factored in. But yeah, but I mean, that aside, I mean, she's a college graduate, but yet she's working at Walmart. So it's not the case. It's not going to be the case for everyone, you know. So kind of rewinding back to, when I was in high school, fuck college, fuck the computer job. I'll just, take the paycheck, the quick, I'm getting the money right now. I'd rather do that than to sit here and fucking gamble for 4 odd years in college, but then turn around and graduating and not getting shit. But even then, I would probably still have to get a job anyway. That's something else too. I could probably still live with my parents, or live with my family, but no. That was another little goal in life I had in the back of my head. Get the fuck out. Get my own place. Have to deal with him this month. Yeah, but like, again, I'm one of those, I think I'm one of those few. It's okay to like your shitty job. I mean, I've talked about it before. My job is practically across the street from where I live. Aside from the age, burnout, all the injuries I've sustained, it's still the best job I've had. Yeah, I couldn't do it. I'm guessing she's got a desk job. Yeah, that I couldn't do. I think we talked about that before too. Okay, I gotta go back in the game real quick before my controller shuts off. I mean, despite my body being all kinds of beat up and tore up from work, yeah, I still don't want a desk job, because that's basically a sedentary lifestyle right there. Best case scenario, maybe work out at a gym or health club or something, but you're gonna have to pay for that, and then that's basically an extra trip.